Hey besties, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tia here, and today we're going to be diving into my 26 reads of 2026, so the books that I want to get to. Some of these have been haunting my TBR for a while. Some of these I feel like are going to be new obsessions, and some are here basically because TikTok would not stop screaming at me to read them. Here's looking at you, heated rivalry. So grab a drink, get cozy, and let's manifest the best reading year of our lives. The first one is The Wolf King by Lauren. I'm not going to butcher her surname, I'm so sorry, I do not want to do that. I keep seeing this being compared to like addictive YA fantasy with big romance energy, so obviously yes. 2026 me is going to be obsessed, I can already feel it. I also heard it's Scottish, and I love me a Scotsman. Number 2 we have Beartown by Frederick Brockman. Everyone says that this book will emotionally destroy me, and honestly, it's about time. Everyone was always so vague discussing the plot with this. All I know is that it's like a town that's obsessed with hockey, and I think it has a lot of like mental health involved in it. That's all I know. Number 3 is Leave Me Behind by K.M. Moronova. I've got my list here, guys, sorry. So this one screams dark romance, trauma, questionable men, a bit of angst, aka my brand. Next we have For the Fans by Nyla K. And I know that Nyla K writes messy characters like nobody else. I'm ready for the chaos. And you know I'm partial to a step siblings romance. And this one's MM, and they start an OnlyFans page together. I've heard such good things. I think I'm actually gonna do this on audio because I've heard snippets from it and it sounds chaotic and just insane, and I need that in my life. I haven't read any MM romances yet. Obviously I've read Why Chooses, but not any MM, but there is a few that I do want to read, and I've heard this is a good one to start. Next we've got Brutal Obsession by S. Massery, a dark hockey romance, enemies to lovers, toxic tension, I mean, say less. Then we have The Ritual by Chantal Tessier. Apparently this book's wild, and I honestly want to see if it lives up to the hype. Like, I love me a dark romance. My friend Gemma has literally been begging me to read this series for a while as well, so what better way to put it on the list. Then we have Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I've not read any sci-fi as of yet. Obviously I've read fantasy. I do like a sci-fi show, and I've heard this is the best. Like, they call this the best sci-fi fantasy series ever. So 2026 is the year that I'm gonna be jumping on the bandwagon. Then we have Heavy by M.L. Burns. I keep hearing that this is like beautifully written, but it will crush my soul. So perfect. It's a dark romance and it's taboo, so I believe it is step uncle and step niece, and it is forced proximity. I believe they have to share, I don't know if they're sharing a room or like an apartment or something like that, but I've only heard good reviews for this. Then we have The Crimson Moth, or I think in America it's like The Heartless Hunter, by Kristen Cicerelli. I really hope I pronounced that right. Magic, forbidden love, undercover rebellion, say hello to my trope loving heart. This is like witches, like I said, magic, and I think it's between a witch and a witch hunter, I believe, are the main characters. And so this obviously going to be like cutthroat tension. Little Stranger by Lee Rivers. I'm in the middle of the Edge of Darkness trilogy, so I will finish that before I start this. But this is dark, weird, eerie, spicy, the holy quartet, if you will. And Lee Rivers just writes the most heartbreakingly but beautiful 5-star reads, and I don't think these are going to disappoint. And yeah, you will notice that I do have a few taboo ones on here. I think this is step siblings. No further comments. We've got Hooked by Emily McIntyre. The original Peter Pan villain era starts now. I'm so excited to start this series because it's like fairy tale retellings, but I'm pretty sure the villains are the main characters, or like the main love interests, and it's meant to be like a dark retelling, I think, and I cannot wait to read the series. The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. No, I've never read it. Yes, I am fixing that this year. I love the movies so much, but I have heard that the books is where it's at, so I cannot wait to obviously read them. I think at some point Sunrise on the Reaping is getting a film, if I've heard correctly. My plan is, because Jack, my partner, is not a reader and he loves the Hunger Games though, so my plan is to read a book and then watch the movie of the book, and then obviously keep going that way, and hopefully by the time I get to Sunrise on the Reaping the film will be out. I'm not ready for the heartbreak, but I've heard that this is one to not be missed. Number 13 we've got Face Off by Chelsea Curto. Hockey romance supremacy continues. I want tension on and off the ice. I know this series is god tier for a lot of people, so it only feels right to like step into it and rack up some new book boyfriends. Cannot wait. Next we have Speak by Ruby Darling. I have heard this is dark, sexy and completely unhinged, just my type. It's apparently a why choose, and I've heard the audio is very good, so I think I am gonna do this on audio as well. At number 15 we have Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. I know, I'm late to the party, but the horsemen are coming for me in 2026, babes. I have heard it is slightly like a bully romance, which like controversially always gets an A star from me when it's done right. At number 16 we have City of Gods and Monsters by Kayla Edwards. This is urban fantasy, a morally grey love interest and slow burn tension, absolutely. And I'm hoping the audiobook was on Audible Plus. That's a lot of words. So I'm hoping that by the time I get to this, it is still on there and I can listen to this for free, so that I can have like a little immersive reading experience. Then we've got number 17, Silver Elite by Danny Francis. Dystopian, colour me intrigued. Apparently the vibes of this book will have you hooked, and people say it's best to go in blind to it, so that's what I'm gonna do. At number 18 we have A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly by Sophia St. Germain. Honestly, it looks like a dark fairy tale, like Hunger Games vibe, but with spice. Like, yes please. Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reed. I'm hoping the UK can actually get the series, because I need that. My whole For You page, my whole TikTok page, everything is filled with Shane and Ilya, and I'm not mad about it. I absolutely am obsessed with them, and I haven't even watched the thing yet or read the book. But this is hockey romance, and people say like it's perfection. My heart is ready. Like, I've been binging the edits and I'm just ready for them. I was gonna say to come at me now, but that sounds a bit wrong. I'm just ready to dive into their world. Then we've got Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings at number 20. This is toxic people doing toxic things whilst being pretty and British. Sign me up. I have heard this is like Gossip Girl vibes, and I feel like obviously it's going to be messy and infuriating at times, but I love Gossip Girl. Number 21 is King of Wrath by Anna Huang, and honestly Anna Huang owns my entire soul. It does feel illegal that I haven't actually started this series yet though, but a full series full of morally grey men, yes sir. The Pucking Wrong Number by C.R. Jane is number 22. The title sold me. Also another hockey romance, but make it dark. I know who I am and I know what I like, guys, okay? That's all I'm saying. Number 23 is Forged in Blood by Sadie Kincaid. Vampires, romance, violence, why choose? I will be seated. The audio narrators look so amazing for this too. I think Sophie said she did one book on audio, and she said you really do need to do the audio because it's insane. Number 24 is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. This is a rare softer moment for me, guys. I know there's a lot of like fantasy or dark romance on here, so this is a nice little softer romance moment. We've got magical realism, we've got romance like I said, and a whole lot of feelings. I've only heard good reviews about this and I'm excited. Apparently in the apartment there is like the FMC finds a man there and he's living 7 years in the past. Say less, how's this gonna work out? It's giving The Lake House with Sandra Bullock. Number 25 we have Hollow by Susan Valenti and Caroline Peckham, aka the Twisted Sisters. The gothic fantasy romance by the same people that wrote Zodiac Academy. Instant ad. I love these queens so much. I will automatically read anything they bring out to me, and I cannot wait to get to this because I've heard such good things. And finally we have Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. Yes, somehow I still haven't started the series. 2026 is the year that I finally joined this fandom, and honestly I don't know if I'm ready for the heartbreak, but we'll see. But that is my 26 books for 2026. I feel like that's a lot to get through. That's like more, well, it's 2 a month plus 2, so a couple of months are gonna have to have 3, maybe more, I don't know, to catch up. But I'm so excited for all of these books. Obviously I have so much on my TBR that I do want to get to this year, but these are the main 26. That is my goal. I will probably do like a 6-month check-in at the 6-month mark, obviously halfway through the year, to see how we're getting on. But please guys, hold me to this. What ones should I read first, guys? What ones do I need to like bump up the top that you think I need to read? Obviously Heated Rivalry, I know guys, I am gonna do that soon, I promise you. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I guess I will see you next time.